Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to another video from TW White & Sons. Okay, here we have today a Mazda 3. This is a sport saloon, and this has got the 180 PS SKYACTIV-X engine coupled with manual gearbox. Now this car is presented in deep crystal blue with the black cloth interior. Now, I've had this car delivered to us today. We're a Mazda dealer. Most of our used cars, about 80%, come from part exchange, but we are just super short of cars at the moment. And we've got a lot of people sort of panic buying now with the whole ULEZ thing, because I think people were holding out. It wouldn't happen. It's happening now. Now we're quickly approaching the deadline. So we've gone out and we buy cars from all around the country. And our buying department sourced this vehicle, so I didn't know the previous owner personally, like I do with a lot of our cars. But I'll do the best in describing this vehicle to you. Now, it's in very nice condition. It will benefit from a good polish, a good valet, which we shall do over the course of the next couple of days. We're giving it a quick wash for the aid of the photos and videos. Now, these are really well spec'd, and this one is a bit of an obscure spec. They did a GT Sport and a GT Sport Tech and a Sport Lux, but they also did one that was just a Sport on the earlier cars, which I'd actually forgotten about, and this is one of them. Now these are really well spec'd regardless of spec, and I'll go through that, especially with safety features. Really well spec'd, and this with the SKYACTIV-X engine with the 180 PS, it almost sounds like I'm sort of showing off with the power. It's not that. The X engine is super efficient. So this was superb if you were doing a lot of miles or you're a company car buyer. The CO2 emissions were very low, so it was very tax efficient to run one of these. So maybe the previous owner used it through their business, or did a lot of miles. This has done 30-odd thousand. I've got the exact mileage when we get in the car, so not really that high mileage, but a lot of our customers wouldn't have reached anywhere near that after 3 or 4 years. Now, so it's got the X engine is a super efficient engine. It's got high atomization. If you go onto YouTube, put in Mazda SKYACTIV-X, it will give you a much better explanation than I could do in a short video. So let me show you into the boot. Now, I am a saloon man. I am a fan of a boot. I like a boot. I think it's more handsome, if that makes sense. But this, unlike a lot of saloon cars, the seats do fold down. Okay, so unless you've got a dog or you like carrying around, I don't know, washing machines and whatnot, which will get delivered these days, this boot would suffice, certainly for me anyhow. I think it looks more handsome. I know it's popular amongst the golfers because you can put your golf clubs in, and I suppose they're more secure. But yeah, now it's got privacy glass at the back. You've got this lovely cloth seats. You've got ISOFIX anchorages on the 2 outer rear seats. Now, this is dark cloth, but the inserts are slightly, they've got almost like a ruby colour to them, which is definitely more prominent in my video through the lens of my camera than it is in real life, or with my eyes anyhow. Now, this car has got a really good service history, which I'll share with you, but we will need to be servicing this car, so that will be done over the course of this week. But this is a really good price point. As I'm trying to stock up as many cars as possible under £20,000, because we get a lot of demand for those type of cars, and I'm tired of turning people away, or taking down the number and saying I'll give you a shout when one comes in. I want to sort of stock up, so we've proactively gone out and stocked up this type of vehicle. So let me find the keys. We've got two keys with the car. Put your foot on the clutch, press this button here, the car bursts into life. Okay, so 32,880 is the mileage. Okay, now let me share that service history with you. So this car came from Brindley Mazda, Wolverhampton. Okay, so it's a northern car, much like all the cars we're sourcing now. Serviced, so it was registered December 2019, serviced December 2020 at Mitchell Mazda. So Mitchell Mazda have done the following 3 services. They're in Chester. I think that's fairly close, I suppose. 8,253 miles, first service, second 16,412, third 25,370. So it's serviced approximately 7,000 miles ago. So the car will have a 101 point check, which is part of the Mazda used approved scheme, and it will be serviced ready for the next keeper with an MOT. Okay, you've got MOT insurance for the first year, so certain items are covered that would not necessarily be covered under the warranty, but under the MOT insurance. Okay, which is very, 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 very good. I've seen that cover some very some things that you know are not normally covered under warranty. So I've seen a real benefit there. So that's a part of the Mazda warranty. You also get roadside assistance, which is European cover, home start, etc. So not one of these sort of bare bones schemes that are pretty useless unless you upgrade them. You've got air conditioning. It's actually manual air conditioning, which is rare on a Mazda. As I say, it was an obscure specification, the Sport, but some fancy digital numbers or some manual knobs really wouldn't make any difference to me. Heated rear screen, quick demist front screen, USB. Okay, there's another USB here. Okay, you've got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You've also got built-in sat nav. Okay. Radar Cruise Control, adaptive cruise control, auto lights, wipers, adaptive lights, heads-up display. So the spec is immense. Okay. Connectivity settings. Here we go. Smartphone connectivity settings: Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Okay. Let me go to the safety now. When this car came out, I remember Top Gear really recommended this car over the traditional premium branded vehicles, and I must say I do think these are better. You know, unless you're going to go for a real high-end one, real performance one, these are superb. Driver assistance, radar cruise, traffic sign limit sync, audible cruise confirmation, speed limit sign alert, driver attention alert, lets you know if you're tired. I always feel tired. Rear cross traffic alert, if somebody was crossing your path and you're pulling out of a parking space, it will warn you. Really good in supermarkets. Lane departure warning. It's also got lane keep assist, keeps you in the lane. Blind spot monitoring, someone wants to overtake you, undertake you, it will warn you. The list goes on. It really is a very, very well spec car. Now look at this. I would say it's probably the worst you're going to get. 41.7 mpg. Okay, if I was to drive this around the M25 at the legal speed limit, I would get well into the 50s to the gallon, and I know that because I've done it myself. I couldn't believe it. This car will give you diesel fuel consumption, but at petrol prices, obviously. So yeah, I can't speak more highly about the efficiency of this vehicle. And this is a mild hybrid. Let me actually show you. I almost forgot. Fuel efficiency monitor, energy flow monitor. Here we go. Now, so you've got a capacitor, a battery here. It's got 6 cells. 3 of the 6 are currently charged. This charges up by the car's kinetic energy, which is lost when you're slowing down, braking. Charges this up. Then things like your heater, wipers, lights, stereo, all that sort of stuff is run from this battery, putting less strain on the alternator, less strain on the engine, lowering emissions and lowering your fuel consumption. Okay, and you've also got cylinder deactivation, so it will go down to 2 cylinders when you're coasting on the motorway. Yeah, you wouldn't even know it's happening. Superb, tried and tested. It's been around now for 4 years. It's absolutely brilliant. I think that's the way cars are going to go. I'm a bit cynical when it comes to this all-electric thing. I do think you're going to have internal combustion engines for a long, long time, but very efficient ones with hybrid technology. Okay. You've got rake and reach adjustment on the steering column, 6-speed gearbox. Yeah, it's just a lovely thing. Now, parts exchange is extremely welcome, regardless of what you have. If you don't have a Mazda or a Suzuki, which are the 2 franchises we have, don't worry. your part exchange is welcome, and we will pay you very good money. You'll get the best deal with your part exchange. I know there's a lot of encouragement out there to sell your car online and all those things and punch your reg number in and all that sort of stuff. Please do all that stuff, but you come and see us. We want you to have a seamless, enjoyable buying experience, and you'll get the best deal with a part exchange. Okay, and it makes my one of my jobs, videoing these cars, a lot more interesting. Okay, so part exchange, we have the best part exchange facility. We've got great finance facilities. Please do inquire within. We can deliver the car. We can do a video walk around. We can get more photos, videos of this car. And should it be outside our regular working hours, don't let that prevent you from inquiring. Pick up the phone, leave a message. We get notified and we will come back to you. It all comes through to our smartphones. They're a bit of a curse, to be honest, but we don't mind. That's what we do. So we will come back to you, or drop us an email. Okay, we're a 7-day-a-week business and we are really here to help. And hopefully, if you look at our reviews, and please do look at our reviews, you'll get a good idea of what sort of people we are to do business with. A lot of us have been here quite a long time. And, you know, as I say, it'll give you a real good reflection. Okay, so I hope I've covered off all the important points. Please don't hesitate to get in touch for any further info, and thank you very much for watching. So we look forward to hearing from you. Take care. Bye-bye.